I'm on the big island in Hawaii, and I'm by the ocean on the cliff. And I just smoked my first bowl of salvia in several weeks a few minutes ago and had kind of a rough time of it. I feel like I need to renew my relationship because my relationship with salvia is important to me. So I like it to be a healthy one. It's funny when I have a rough. Well, it's never like, oh my God, awful, because I always know how to just snap out of it, even if I am having a rough time of it. And also the kinds of patterns that some people have, I don't happen to me, at least not anymore. Like some people think, oh, I'll never find my body, or I'm going crazy. That doesn't happen to me. Um, uh, or yeah, like I'm going crazy. That kind of thing doesn't happen to me. But what does happen to me is that I start tripping out about my own role, sort of socially with salvia, and I think this is so uncomfortable. And who the fuck am I to like convince other people or train other people how to smoke this stuff and how to have like a shitty time? So, and I actually have this trip. Uh, I mean, not like every time, obviously, but it happens occasionally. What's funny though is that, like normal, after I start to come down, I go into a really deep trance and it ends up really deep and powerful and healing and wonderful every time. But that having been said, I'd like to uh, kind of get down to basics and renew my relationship with the with my sacrament. So I'm going to do it again 10 minutes later. That's the obvious solution, right? When I start to question my relationship with salvia, the main thing that I remind myself of is not to take it for granted and to show it respect. Go in thinking of it as a sacrament, as being sacred, and it's bigger than you, and you have to show it respect, even if you've done it millions of times. Wow, and as it comes over me, I'm immediately overpowered with a different feeling. As I show it respect, it shows me respect. I'm filled with a feeling of love and comfort instead of being trapped or a big cosmic joke. Instead, the salvia feeling is like a pillow to fall onto, completely safe. I can completely let go of my sense of reality and know that's what's waiting for me is a safe landing. I'm not as high as last time, but I'm high. To a certain degree, I have to go find it, but I know where to look. And I allow the salvia feeling to overtake me. I dive as deep within myself as I can, using the salvia, the subtle salvia feeling as a sort of meditative water slide. I just whoosh down deeper and deeper into myself. I think about this trap feeling I have sometimes, this fear that comes up in me that I've got a negative role in the psychedelic landscape because I'm promoting people using something that makes them uncomfortable sometimes. But then instead of fearing that or thinking of myself as trapped, instead it's simply a cosmic role that I accept. You accept where you are, and then where you are isn't a problem. And even if my work on my YouTube channel or the ceremonies that I do or working with people one-on-one or whatever it is that I'm doing, even if occasionally it leads to uncomfortable trips, there's also dozens of people who come to me and thank me for my work. Because like me, they've been helped by salvia and other medicines. It's so funny, it's such a big difference. The first time I smoked, I recognized the salvia feeling, and it was something I recognized and thought, that's a little uncomfortable, makes me feel out of control. This time it's completely different. I feel the salvia, but remember, I start out with a sense of respect and a little bit of acceptance that I'm not completely in control of the situation and that I might experience something uncomfortable, but that is just the cross that I bear. It's just who I am. It's just what I have to deal with. You light the lighter, and that's what you're getting in for. And when you accept that as your destiny, all of a sudden your destiny becomes a safe place. It's interesting because making your life better has two components. You can, like with salvia, just never smoke it again. Problem solved. Or other things in your life, a bad romantic relationship, a bad job, blah, blah, blah. Right, change it. This is the external path, and it's important. But it's also important to remember that there's an internal path. The more you can just fall in love with your life the way that it is right now, boom, problem solved. And you can work with both of those tools, the internal and the external tools, to develop your life into a more and more positive thing. I know I've come a long ways. I look at my life, and even though I have a bad trip here or there, or a bad situation, or frustrating things that I want to manifest, I want my business putting together psychedelic ceremonies to go faster because I want to go fast. And so I've got my own problems, but at the same time, uh, I am utterly in love with the life that I live. I am. That's the truth. And the hard times that I've had on psychedelics many times are just part of the healing process, part of the transformational process. I don't know if that's how it has to be, but that is how it is for me. There's a certain almost sacrifice that has to be made, but at the end of it, it's worth it. All right, well, I'm about done. Check this out. Look where I am. I'm on this fucking cliff. Oh no, I'm gonna die. No. Probably not. I'm not gonna fall down today. Okay.